Good morning, CrossFit Man Talk. This is Coach Matt here to talk to you about the workout for Tuesday, the 28th of April, as well as some future plans that we have going on. Primarily, it'll be the town hall meeting that we are doing on a Zoom call on the 29th of April, Wednesday night, 7:15 p.m. Please join us. We're going to go over our phased reopening plan for the gym, as well as answer your questions and concerns, as well as go over the continued digital and video presence in order to support people who will not be coming back to the gym immediately, right? So what that means is whether you're at home, we support you. Whether you are with us in the gym, we support you, and we have massive precautions and spacing and cleanliness, and here's all the mitigation strategies we're going to be using in order to conduct business safely and still very, very effectively. So questions will be answered, and I'll be sending out more detail on that in the next 2 days. So for tomorrow, we are working on my favorite personal method for strength and endurance and mental toughness building in the squat, which is called the kamikaze squat. We've done these 3 times before. We have worked our way up from 50 to 60, and now this time is 70 reps. So 70 reps is the total volume that we are getting for today, but we're breaking it up into sets that are based on your fatigue level with a specific amount of rest. So instead of us saying, say, 5 sets of 12, and you rest however long you want to rest. So we're defining the set size, we're leaving the rest unchecked. This time we're checking the rest time, but we're leaving the set duration or the set length up to you and your muscles. So one of the tricks here is we have to go to failure minus 1 or 2 reps. And that can be a strange sensation when you put the bar back in the rack and you're not like at the utter limit of your muscular endurance. You are going to feel like, oh, I could have done 1 or 2 more. And that is fine. That is actually the intention. Using that method for your squats actually is a bigger trigger to human growth hormone, insulin-like growth factor, and testosterone, which are natural vitality hormones that you can affect through the effort level that you put into the exercise and the rest time that you allow between sets. And that's the reason that we do the squats with the kamikaze squat style. Or any other time that you see me put a short little rest into the workout template, that's the reason for it. And it has a basis in the physiology of how long it takes the energy products to reload back into the actual cells of your muscle. A minute exactly rest in between each set. Please try not to stretch that out into like 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. Try and keep it at exactly a minute. And yes, it makes it way worse if you go to that 1 to 2 reps shy of failure and you stick with that 1 minute rest interval. So the reps in each set will be going down. Say maybe you do 15 on your first set, or maybe you're Coach Brittany and you do like 30 on your first set, right? It's definitely going to go down on the second set. It's going to go to like half of that, right? And that's fine. That's actually what we want. We want to accumulate fatigue as we go through this, and we want the sets to get progressively smaller and smaller as we get towards that end. So make sure you're not just doing the same number every single set, because what that shows is that we're not developing enough fatigue in order to decrease the work output of the muscles. And that is the specific case that we're going for in order to drive those hormonal changes that I was talking about earlier. Okay, so that's it. We're going for 70. However, make sure you specify exactly what you're going for on this. If you almost died on the 60 rep set, then maybe we don't go for 70. Maybe we just repeat that one and try to beat the reps that you got in each set at 60, right? Or maybe you go for 70, but you keep the weight the same, right? Make sure that we're just personalizing it to your specific condition. And even if you're using a lighter, like a single kettlebell or a dumbbell or a package of water or whatever, we still are trying to go to that 1 or 2 shy of failure, even though we're using a different object, and we can still get a really potent benefit out of the muscles even with a relatively light weight. Okay, when you're finished with that, take a little break, and then we're doing a 6-minute cash out. It is every minute on the minute. Lying leg raise, so I want you to have an object on the ground that you're going to use as your counterweight, right? And you're holding that overhead. I want your lats engaged, your torso is pulled hard to the ground, and we are peeling your legs and your pelvis up off the ground, trying to get your toes all the way up to your hands. And we're doing 10 of those. Those should take the majority of the time that you use on this EMOM set. okay? But ideally, we're getting the entire core involved, not just your upper abs, but your lower abs, your lats, and your external obliques as well. Then you're gonna roll to your tummy and you're gonna do fast hoppers or grasshoppers. I just want them done fast, right? So jumping in between those 8 reps on each side and then 4 burpees. And that should give you just enough breathing room to get back into your lying leg raise position. And that is the workout for today. Let's go to the warm-up. For the warm-up, there's a couple specific exercises I like to do to get ready for squats, and one of them is doing hamstring curls. So if you have a band and you have a place where you can conveniently do hamstring curls, I would like for you to do that. What I've written on the board for today is hamstring slides or heel slides from this seated position. So you're sitting tall with your arms posted into the ground, and I want you to just pull your heel towards your butt. Right? And you can do this with a band around your foot as well, and it will help to work to wake up those hamstrings in the posterior chain. That's a really big help for preparing for the squat. The next one that we're gonna do is a weighted goblet squat or an assisted goblet squat. So a light weight in your goblet squat, and we're just stretching out. I want you to do 5 reps of a pause, come back up, and then back down. Right? All right, and the last one is our hurdle step overs. So if you have an object, just step over the hurdle like so. If you don't have an object, just pretend, but really try to get your knee to get up over your hip, right? And that's steps in each direction, right? As we do that, just to warm up the hips, prepare the muscles for pulling those hips back into that good hip hinge squatting position, okay? All right, everybody have a great workout. We'll see you tomorrow, and make sure you set your schedules for Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m.